All right, I turned her off. Hopefully I don't get distracted and forget where I'm going. All right, so this property I'm taking you to sits on right about 5 acres. And the weird kind of cool thing about it is that it's surrounded by solar farms. I mean, a lot of solar farms. I'll try to remember to get some videos when we get closer so you can see it. But it's surrounded by a lot of solar farms. So I just wasn't sure if that was going to hurt our value or help it. I know with some electric plants that people don't tend to like to be around, that kind of stuff. But the solar farm, I didn't know. And I actually didn't do well in a house I bought out in the country last year. I think I barely broke even on that thing. And so I was a little hesitant to buy another one in the country. And I said, you know, if I'm going to buy one in the country, I'm buying one that I'm going to make sure I make some money on, make sure I have a good profit there. I'm sorry if my phone's bumpy. It's because this road is like, there's all kind of bumps in the road. Hopefully it gets better. So it sits on 5 acres, surrounded by solar farms, huge solar farm plant here, as you're going to see. But because of that, it's really quiet. There's a slight hum I heard a few times when I was out there walking around the yard. So I don't really know what that's all about, but overall, super quiet. Sits a couple miles off the road. The road I have to turn on to get to, it's called Roach Road, which Roach is not something I like when it comes to my real estate, but I didn't see any roaches, but I'm sure there are because the house is nasty. So anyways, made an offer to the sellers, and it was mom's house, talking to the sons. Mom was in a community center, not a community center, but in a nursing home. She's gotten older and can't, I guess, take care of herself. She needs some help. So she was in a nursing type of home. So sons were the ones that contacted us, made them an offer, and they wanted like 10, 15,000 more. I can't remember exactly, but quite a bit more. We told them we couldn't do that. So they said, one son said, well, I'm gonna try and sell it myself. So they did, and a couple months later they called us back and said, can you do any better? So I was like, well, the market's kind of soft. I'd rather go down, but I'll give you a couple more thousand if you'll help put a deal together today. Anyways, did a deal. So bought it for, I think we bought it for 97. And my goal on this one, because it's so far away, is to turn it as fast as possible, because I don't want to be driving 2 hours round trip to check on a job once a week and check on a contract and all that stuff. So I just decided to list it for sale. And this is a tip that's pretty big. I don't use the same agent even in a whole city. I like to find the agents that are rock stars in those communities or those areas. And this one's located outside the city by about 30 minutes to the north. And actually, it's an hour from my house. So I had an agent I used in this area that helped me sell the other one that I kind of made a little money on, broke even. And I just decided I don't want to use that person again. I wasn't very impressed. And so I went hunting, went online, did some research, made some phone calls, and screened them based on Randy's screening techniques for real estate agents, and got an awesome one. She was awesome. So we listed it and immediately had several offers. I listed for 150, had a cash offer, 3-day inspection, closed in 2 or 3 weeks at 140. We had a lot of interest in it. I said, you know what, I'm gonna hang tight. I'm like, you know what, I'll give him $1,000 because he's the kind of buyer I want to deal with. 3-day inspection, cash buyer. He's inspecting it himself, not hiring an inspector. Like, that's the kind of buyer I want. I'll give him $1,000 off. That's all I'm gonna do right now. So anyways, he took it, and we actually closed yesterday, and supposedly my wire's on the way, so that'll be nice. Nice way to start the weekend. It's Friday, and I'm actually heading to North Alabama this weekend because I mentor about 25 real estate agents through the We Buy Ugly Houses franchise. And if you're ever interested in possibly buying a franchise with the We Buy Ugly Houses franchise, Homebusters, hit me up. Happy to talk to you about it. So I'm taking the Birmingham folks and the people that are willing to drive to Birmingham and that surrounding area to dinner tonight. Good Italian place, looking forward to it. And then heading up to Huntsville for a new franchisee to meet with him next week and help him get going. So excited to do that. I love doing that with Homebusters. Really enjoy it. But I still flip and buy and have rentals and stuff. So that's the story on this one. I'm going to get my lot box off it. It's right on my way to Birmingham. And so I'm going to swing in there, get my lot box, hide the key, and just watch for my wire to come in. All right, so I'll probably hit you up. There's a place I like to stop at on the way to Birmingham. Really cool farm store. I might do a video when I get there. So that's all I have here. I'll hit you up whenever we get to this property that's by the solar farm so you can see what it's like. All right, we'll see you there.